Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply. The Catholic School Spotlight is presented by Metzger's. Metzger's means more. Commercial printing, fulfillment, and mailing all in-house.
Such a pleasure to be joined by Sydney Socha, St. Ursula golfer. Sydney, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, of course.
So let's go back to the D1 state tournament. Par 4 18th, and
Yeah.
you birdie on the final hole of your high school career.
Yep.
What was that moment like?
I would say it's very surreal just because of the magic of my coaches being there. The tradition for seniors is that your coach walks you down the 18th hole, hands you a rose, and just kind of like recaps your entire 4 years playing as a golfer. But yeah, I know I had a terrible second shot into the green, was pretty close to the red. So, and then my coach was standing right there. A lot of people were surrounding the green, and then it happened to go in. So yeah, it was a great moment.
How nerve-wracking was it though? Because it's your final shot, and
Yeah.
as you said, you had probably dozens of people around you just watching you, and that moment in golf is such an individualized sport. How nerve-wracking was it?
You know, it was one of those things where I just put some blinders on. I didn't really look at the people around me. I was like, I'm not going to look. I'm just going to do it. I was just focused on what coach was saying and just try to, I was at best hoping to get up and down. I did not expect it to go in. So I could tell that I was creeping in towards the hole, but when it went in, we were all like ecstatic, jumping up and down. All the teammates were cheering. It was really special.
When did you give yourself an opportunity to really digest and process what
Yeah.
happened?
I would say after it went in, I kind of walked back up to the scoring tent with my coach and was just kind of like, you know, like hugging everybody, like saying hi to my parents, teammates. And after my playing partners kind of finished up their round, we were able to do like scorecards and sign off. And then I was like, well, like that just happened. So after that, I guess that was the moment.
And being one of the best golfers in D1 in the state tournament, being first team All-Catholic League, you've accomplished a lot. How rewarding is it to end your career the way you did?
It was really rewarding. Looking back at the past 4 years, like determining on how I began, I could barely break 100. I would be ecstatic if I broke 100 my freshman year. And just looking at that, like what my goals were freshman year, which was to break 100, and then to be able to shoot under par, like not consistently, but like be able to shoot under par in some of my best rounds is just like a phenomenal growth as a player, and to see like all the hard work that I put in finally pay off over those 4 years is really special.
You said freshman year you had kind of goals that were smaller,
Yeah.
and suddenly here you are, one of the best golfers in the area. Knowing everything you've accomplished, what would you tell your freshman year self?
I would tell her, trust the process, and when things get hard, don't stop putting in the hard work. I think that's something that has really helped me grow to be the best player, athlete, and like student in general, is that no matter how tough things got, I never had the even inkling of just like wanting to give up. I've always been like, okay, what can I do differently to push through this, work hard, and achieve my goals eventually.
Along with that, when you do eventually play at the next level, what are you looking to take away from your time in high school and bring to the next level?
I would say my dedication, yeah. So taking the dedication and the perseverance to have the passion behind golf and playing like collegiately. I think my college experience, I want to be both fun academically, socially, but also engage athletic experience as well. So kind of bringing dedication and passion for both the game and like furthering my experiences in college.
And we always enjoy hearing the point of view of athletes, but honestly, we don't know unless we're actually in your shoes every day. So what is something that the audience, myself, wouldn't know unless we're actually living the life you're living every day?
Yeah, I would say it's tough being a student athlete, especially. I think especially going to a school that prepares you for college and your grades and keeping up with that. When you miss so much school as a golfer, you're missing the whole day of school. I think I don't even know how many missed classes I have, but it's a lot.
But it's for good reason, though. You're not just cutting class.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
make that very clear.
Yeah. No, it's all for athletics, too. It's like excuse for athletics. But balancing not being in school, but also balancing practicing, making sure you're getting better as a player, it's a lot. And I think that a lot of student athletes will agree that you kind of try to mask it, but at times it does get overwhelming. But at the end of the season, it's always like nice to be able to recap that you did put in the hard work and all does pay off at the end, just knowing that like you're satisfied with yourself and the goals met and progress made during that time that you have to play in your season. So.
And again, freshman year, you mentioned your goals were smaller.
Yeah.
But now that you're a senior, your season is wrapped up. What is the biggest goal you have for yourself going forward?
Going forward, I'd say find a place to play in college. Find a good team, find a place where I feel like it's homey, something that I can look forward to in my career that's going to help set me up for success, like out of the 4 years that I spend playing. So yeah, that's my biggest goal.
If that interview was any evidence, you're going to be very successful at the next level. Sydney Socha, St. Ursula golfer. Sydney, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.